Hi, everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
Amy Banshee. Welcome to the show. Hey everybody, good to see everybody,
Welcome.
including Buddy and everybody else. All right, well,
Just another Thursday evening here.
just another crazy day in the old household. Doing a lot of silly stuff. Playing with some new oracles. Getting into trouble. Looking for more things to buy, which I should not. So, hope everybody's having a good evening. Gotta move my list down here. Well, it looks like a short list so far, but let's see what happens. You never know around here. Sending out cards tomorrow. I'm working on it. I'm printing off my poems tonight that I include in my Christmas cards and my Yule cards. And then I'll be sending them off, hopefully tomorrow and Saturday. Mr. O, why don't you shuffle these and cut? I hope it all goes well. I'm just never sure. We're still waiting for our roof to get a tarp on it. We've got a leak in our roof.
Thank goodness it's not raining.
Well, it's going to snow tomorrow, but it's not even going to make an inch probably. I know some other places are getting dumped in the Midwest, but we won't be one of them. So happy about that. And I think up north, they mentioned some area, maybe around the thumb of Michigan, that they'll get about, that they'll get about 4 inches. All right, so I'm using the Season of the Witch Oracle cards. I think this has moved over a little more from last time, but I don't care. It's just that I could reach the cards over there before. I cannot. So you will do the honors. And lo and behold, number 19. May your warmth take in the gazing flame. Upon the shivers they melt away. It's the hearth.
I like it.
And who doesn't want to sit by a warm, toasty hearth at this time of year? If you live in the Midwest in particular. All right, or north of us. Okay, the keywords are warmth, light, and fire energy. Come, dear, and sit by the fire. Hearth comes to a reading when you are cold, rigid, or perhaps seeing things only from a logical perspective. You're being guided to warm your soul and to experience life from the heart. Your emotions don't care about logic or reason. The heart feels what it feels, and in this situation, your heart is wiser than your mind. Listen to your inner knowing to guide you. You may feel conflicted. Your mind might be telling you to be more practical, more responsible, or more sensible. This is your ego operating from a place of fear. I know I should have shopped. Ego from a place of fear. Your soul knows what you need now, and it is letting you know through what you feel. Allow this wisdom to be heard, and that all will be well. So, it's interesting to me we got this card, Mr. O, because we've been getting some cards lately about hesitancy, fear of moving forward, different things coming up even with our cards of the day. So it's kind of interesting to see this now. And, sometimes your brain doesn't have all the answers. Sometimes, it's really the combination that's best when, your heart and head rule in tandem. But sometimes you got to go with your heart. And at this time of year, that seems the norm. Don't you think?
Indeed. It's a warm, cozy feeling.
A warm and cozy. All right. All right. That's what I have for everybody for today. Let's move on to the show. I'm using the same decks I've used, but I will be switching up a few of them on Sunday. All right, a very short list. Hey, you never know. I'm not going to jinx it, Violet. I'm not going to jinx it. And you can barely see Bly is in the background there, so Bly is with us. The only thing that's not with us is Sunny, who is asleep in the cat tree by Mr. O.
If I reach out, I can touch him. But I like him asleep.
They ate well. They were just like all over me for like the hour and a half before their feeding time. You know, they're still getting used to this new diet, making me crazy. I had to keep telling them no. And then they just probably guzzled all their food and went to sleep. All right. So, who do we got up first? Uh-oh, Kara's shouting.
No.
All right. So, I think we have, yes, it's V. That's what I have too. All right.
So, they've been friends with PS Aquarius for about 3 years, and things are starting to develop romantically. I just want a reading about what to expect from this relationship.
Where did that... Oh, I see it. Okay.
And I'm going to use my Adrian Tarot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, why, thank you.
Why don't you? Okay, we shall see what we get. Okay, hey, don't worry. He'll make an appearance, maybe, if we're lucky. They've all been, like, pretty sacked out today, really, for the most part.
Yeah, they sleep a little more when it starts being colder.
Shadow was up on the top of the tree earlier today and passed out. Sunny was a little more active. He was the one that was constantly bugging me for food. And then within the hour, Sassy came along and started her.
But yeah, now he's eaten, and so he's ready to sleep again.
Now he doesn't want to be by me anymore. The mean person stopping him from eating 24/7. So the journey of the Fool thing, we've already did a trial run of a certain part of it, and it worked really, really well. It made us change some of the order of the way things are going to happen for that day. So if you come on Yule, there's this great Journey of the Fool guided journey, and there will be, at the end of the ritual, before we open it up, a collective reading for the collective, which you can bring your own cards and participate and do your own reading. Why not?
Okay, so how will the relationship with PS the Aquarius develop?
Or how is it developing? Where is it going?
What to expect.
What to expect, right.
Okay, so the first one is the Seven of Swords, upright. Then there's a reversed Hierophant.
Okay.
And is it the Knight? No, it's the King. Sorry, whoops. I guess I was just staring too much at his bod. The King of Cups.
Upright.
Upright.
Well, that's interesting, V.
So what can you expect? Well, it may not be boring.
It's not going to be boring. And I don't know that it's going to be very bad at all here.
No, of course.
The Seven of Swords is kind of the tricky card here, but I could look at this a number of ways, V, and since everything seems to be so positive. Let's start with that Hierophant, though. The Hierophant reversed, I think where it goes from here might be on an unconventional path of sorts, whatever that would mean for you. Does it mean a particular living arrangement? Does it mean a particular way of solidifying your bond together? Or the other thing about this could indicate to me that, you guys are always going to be doing things that are different, and that's going to liven things up in this relationship a bit, I think. And then when I look look at the two cards surrounding it, well, should I let you go? Because I've got something to do with these two, but go ahead.
Well, I think it is kind of a little bit of a wackier kind of relationship, and maybe it's wackier or unconventional because maybe you're not used to what is going to happen, and I think they're going to steal your heart. If they haven't already, perhaps. But that's that Seven of Swords up right there. I feel like maybe there's something really romantic about this person. And like I said, they won't keep you surprised. They maybe walk a little bit on the unconventional side. But I think that they're like a rogue in a beautiful person's, in a humanitarian's garb. They're like, they have a devilish aspect. They'll steal your heart, but they're really crazy and unconventional.
Wow, that was kind of beautiful, Mr. O. Steal your heart. You know, the Seven of Swords shows a guy kind of taken off with a bunch of swords. That's the traditional look. I really hadn't gone there, but that's very beautiful. What I was thinking in terms of, though, is that you are going to keep it lively. Things are going to be unconventional or, unique. I mean, you'll find different ways to engage each other, whether it's travel, whether it's, special interests that you have, unusual interests and things like that. And I feel here these two cards, because it's interesting, the Seven of Swords also talks about being smart, being clever, watching out for each other. And I kind of get the feeling here that this is kind of an intellectual card in a way too, in that manner. And it's a sword card, of course. And you've got this beautiful King of Hearts here, who could represent your significant other or, who could just indicate the heart. There's a lot of heart here and there's a lot of head here. So I feel like the head and the heart are ruling in tandem in this relationship. It seems like a real meeting of minds and hearts.
Yes, I'm almost wishing that maybe you'll bop back in and give us a little feedback there because it really did kind of tell a story the way the cards went there. I'm also looking over there at the chat and seeing all kinds of naughty little things going on with Kara and possibly a few others.
Well, of course Kara's involved.
Do your worst, Kara. I think he's not going to be budgeable.
No less.
So anyways,
and I'm teasing Kara.
Yes, and right, just show up at Yule. There's nothing to sign up for if that's what you're asking.
This is just an open ritual this time. You never know. We might start doing them on Zoom in the future, but this is something I've planned to do for a long time, and it won't be short. I will say it'll probably run about 45 minutes maybe at best, and maybe a little longer, but I guarantee you won't be bored.
We were thinking about the Zoom thing, but not this time. We're not quite ready yet. Okay, so in the Lenormand for V, the first one was the Yule log, all innuendos aside, and the candy cane. Okay, well, the candy cane's the cross, right?
Well, yeah, and the Yule log is the...
tree? No.
Is it the sun? No. Fireplace is the sun. Oh my gosh. Is it the coffin?
No.
I can't believe I gotta look it up, but I'm pretty sure number 8 is the coffin. Oh, or is it no, it's not the snake in this deck, is it? Oh, for crying out loud.
Log snake.
7 is the humbug. That's the snake. So yeah, it is the coffin and the cross. I will say this about the relationship, that, everything seems hunky-dory here in my mind, but you are not going to be without your periods of intensity. Whether you are there for each other during times of difficulties, let's say the death of close relatives, parents, whatever the case may be. I feel like you'll be here for each other, but there's, it also seems like in times of trouble and strife, you will pull together. Because I just feel that.
Yeah, I think with the cross and the coffin there, I think it's saying really that this could be a person who no matter what the relationship ends up being, they're very much a type of soulmate that really will feel with you and share, your sadness or disappointments of things in life, shared life experiences with you. So,
that's positive. I just think in this reading, that's the sense I'm getting here. There's a number of other ways I could take this, but I think this relationship will take off. My only thing is that these might be negative if you are expecting something conventional, a more conventional lifestyle than what this is indicating here. Because this is acting like things are going to be very nonconformist or unique in a lot of ways. So if you're longing for conventional kind of life, then I could see this being as a long-term grief issue for you. But other than that, I think it's positive in that, you're really going to be there for each other at times when you need each other.
Sure hope so.
And that's what I have for you.
All right.
Good luck with that, V. That was good.
And Angel Mary is up.
Angel Mary. Romance in this December. All right.
Yes, I brought a deck that I will probably just show briefly, just the box of it. It is addicting. I came across this somewhere and I just said, oh, I want that. Then Banshee says, I tried to tell you that about a year ago and you were kind of like, meh.
Yeah.
But I don't know why, but it just sort of appealed to me.
And I think Angel Rivera has that one. Somebody has that one.
It's Tarot V, which of course is V is for vampires. So it's about a year old, and it's beautiful. It's very beautiful.
The box came slightly damaged, but he decided to keep it.
I'll bite you, Amazon. Well, you know what I mean. But that sucks. Or it bites, I don't know. So look forward to me doing an unboxing or other things with it in the future.
3 more decks. Wow, buddy. It is addicting, so be careful. Don't be like me. I just got this cute Oracle deck that I showed on Twitter. And I think when I do the tarot talks, which that will be our first Zoom thing, and that will be free, but on Zoom, we might have a little fun playing with that on the Tarot Talks show. So stay tuned for that. It's actually a yes-no oracle that's a little bit unique, and it's fun. Yeah. Ah, good grief. You and that diamond art. You are being swallowed up by it. Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of cool. All right. Hey, good news for you, Angel Mary. First off, we got the 10 of Cups upright.
Yes, and it has storks.
Uh-oh. But then we have the 3 of Cups reversed. And we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So this is December.
So is it 2 3s?
It's a 3.
Oh, it's Queen.
Yeah, Queen.
I thought you said
I'm
3.
sorry, the 3 of Cups reversed.
No, I know that. I thought you said this was 3 of Pentacles.
No, I
Queen.
said the
3
Queen.
Queen, right.
Didn't I say the Queen?
No, I misheard you. It's okay. Do you want me to press the Bitcoin button?
No, I want you to go first.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, so this was about romance prospects in December, right? For Angel Mary? Right?
Yeah, for December love.
Thank you. Just clarifying the question.
Okay.
Okay, and so the 10 of Cups looks like there's actually some amount of, romantic endearment or tenderness happening. It may not necessarily lead exactly to a romance, but there's a field of that in a sense. It may be true that it's revolving more around people in your family or people that you are closer to in general. It's the holidays, so maybe you connect with cousins or people that you haven't seen all year, that kind of thing. So
right.
over here, that's Pentacles?
Yes. No, Three of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles was there.
Okay. Sorry, it's
That's
not like
okay.
it's the easiest deck to read.
You bought it for me.
Which one is it?
The Hush Tarot.
I was afraid you were going to say that. So the Three of Cups reversed, though, maybe indicating that some of these, pleasant times might lead to a little bit of overindulgence or a little bit of too much activity. So maybe that what this is saying is that be careful what you wish for, that maybe there'll be parties or events going on and maybe you'll kind of overdo it in some respect. So then finally that takes us to the Queen of Pentacles. And I think that would be saying really that romantically, there's only the idea that maybe you're just kind of in that environment, but I don't see, where maybe you'll have warmth or affection with friends, but I don't see anything exactly leading towards a romantic prospect. I'm not sure how Banshee would look at that.
Well, this is a kind of difficult read for romance. The Ten of Cups had some potential here for happiness and joy, either with partners or family. But it would seem to me it would be about something you've had, going already. And so if you don't have a relationship right now, I almost think this is like getting together or enjoying the company of family or friends. The Three of Cups reversed is just a caution to not, get carried away. Also that, well, I don't know how to say this. I feel like too much expectations or too much getting out and about could wear you out. I'm looking at that Queen of Pentacles here, and the Queen is reversed, and it seems to me she needs to take care of herself in December. And it could just be that you are run down, whether it's too many get-togethers with people, or if it's something else that's sapping your energy, you really almost need to take December and recoup yourself.
And it could be saying, too, that if there are people maybe who are a little ill, watch yourself. That's
a good point.
Flu and cold season. You may be taking care of yourself.
That is such a good point. This is, at least here, in the U.S., it's been crazy with all the flu and all the COVID cases going up right now. Again. So, take care of yourself. And I feel that you're going to feel some joy and happiness this month, but I'm not sure it's coming from a romantic relationship.
That's what I agree too. So
do your Leonard. Oh, it's my Leonard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And so V, I hope if you're still here, we are grateful that you enjoyed the reading, and thank you. Have a good night too.
Yep. Sounded really good, V.
Yeah, it is. That's what I've heard. It's a pretty good flu. So far, Michigan hasn't hit it, but it's only a matter of time, probably.
Oh, well, maybe this takes on a little bit more meaning. Let's take a look here. We have the dog.
And the coffin.
And we have the coffin.
Oh.
Now, yeah, that's not a very good thing. So I don't know if somebody close to you is possibly ill and could pass away this month, which would explain why you're not feeling very happy. But failing that, Angel Mary, what I think it could mean is that some friendship or relationship of some sort may be coming to an end. And this Three of Cups, sometimes signals fights or arguments with others. So that may be what's really bringing you down this month.
Right, because the idea is basically you're mostly doing kind of family things or community things, but they're not bringing you as much happiness. And I think that's the key there, too. It may be that there's something unsettled or unsettling between you and maybe a friend, and it may be that you'll part ways, or maybe that it'll take a while to recover if it can.
it can, whether it's a person or something else in your life, it can indicate the end of trust or loyalty to something too. Let's say a job or something that's not paying off for you, it might be the end of business as usual there, and you might decide to move on. These are the kinds of energies I'm seeing right now for December. Not too much romantic. And I don't know, didn't we act like something might be happening for you in December before?
I thought we may have, so
it might be shifting and changing. And
our update.
Well, I have to say that some of it could be because of just the environment right now. With everybody getting sick, some things are not happening. So, if you plan to meet somebody, it just may not come through because, the timing just isn't right.
The snapshot in time is not developing fast enough.
So good luck with that. Angel Mary.
All right, so who's next?
Lena, and she wanted 4 months and a spirit reading for the next 4 months. So general, kind of.
Well, I will use my Golden Dawn, the new Golden Dawn Ritual Tarot. And I saw one of the co-creators on Facebook suggested to me as a friend, so I decided to ask them for a friend. They probably have thousands of friends, so we'll see how that goes. They're a Llewellyn author, Tabitha.
Hey, you're welcome, Angel Mary.
Tabitha Cicero, I think. I can't quite remember.
And yeah, Violet,
you're welcome,
it seemed like most areas of the country are really having the flu bad, but Michigan was one of 3 states where the flu was really low.
Just a matter of time.
But they said we're bound to catch up with the rest of the U.S., and that COVID cases in Michigan were spiking again. And I've seen the numbers. It is trending upward in a bigger way. Not as bad as it was, at the beginning of the pandemic, or the first 2 years, but it is kind of worrisome. So COVID is up, the flu is down, and the flu and COVID are up in most areas of the country.
So our first card is the Princess of Pentacles. And the Princess of Pentacles would be like the Page of Pentacles. It's upright.
That's good.
Then we have another pentacle, the Nine of Pentacles. And that is also upright. And then we finish up with the reversed Prince of Pentacles. Boy, so it's a...
Oh, wow. Pentacle Palooza.
A flush.
You have
a royal
a lot
flush.
of money energy here.
And that one is reversed,
finance.
though. And the Prince, of course, is like the Knight. So I think there is a sense that Spirit says you're vibrating towards certain material matters, maybe more like security. Hi, Angel.
Hey, Angel Rivera.
So you're vibrating towards maybe things about philosophy, security, maybe about the sense of really being able to take time to enjoy life, but enjoy life maybe in a spirit philosophical sense. The thing is that maybe Spirit is saying you will find that this time will really slow down for you, that these 4 months that you may be spending in contemplation of these things or other things, time will sort of stand still in a way. And so it's saying that maybe you might not feel that there's progress in this dimension, but you need to do that journey.
You finished it. Yay! That's all that counts. All right. You know what, Lena? Spirit is saying use these in these 4 months, really value what you have, how far you've come, where you are in life. You know, there's a sense here that you feel fairly comfortable, right, or during these 4 months, or you will achieve that, and you will feel more safe and secure and grounded. I really feel here that maybe this page is talking about the beginning of a period of feeling more grounded and feeling more happy about your surroundings, you know, whether it's where you live, you know, your home, or whether it's the surroundings around your home, you know, the natural environment. This might also be a call to get more in touch with nature in the next 4 months. And I feel here because with this page, with this Knight of Pentacles reversed, that as far as maybe career and financial matters go, it might be a little slow. So, you know, it is saying to take time and smell the roses, get in touch with nature, slow down your life a bit, you know, and be in tune with the slow energies that are happening. Eventually the pace will pick up, Spirit says, but it will take, you know, some time in order to do so.
I forgot you were doing a race. That's awesome. Congratulations that you finished it then.
Yeah.
I am not a good runner. I wanted to do that years ago, and it just is too hard on my ankles, I think, and my knees.
I was a fast walker, but back in the day, I used to, with my park and recreation, do a little bit of track and field. I was on a relay running team, and we ran a runner-up one year in a city competition. But that's the best we could do, especially with me in there. And I did the running long jump.
Okay, so in the Lenormand, our first one was the lady, so this could be yourself, perhaps. And then there was the clock tower, which is the second card.
Okay, so the tower and the lady. So it's interesting, too, that this has come up. Well, and maybe not. It fits with what I've said. And so what I feel here is the tower could be a place of business. You may ultimately find yourself, Spirit says, finding a job or a place to work. But I almost think the tower is fitting in with what I said, in that this is a time for you to have some solitary time, quiet time to retool, refresh, get in touch with nature again, and appreciate where you are and the things you surround yourself with. I
like that too, and I sort of like this idea that it goes both ways. It goes towards the idea of contemplation, putting yourself into some sort of mode for that, as well as also too being able to, you know, understand how you can focus and concentrate on your material settings too.
Wow, Kara, that's awesome. Yeah. So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Lena. I think it's an okay reading. I mean, if you want bells and whistles, like you're going to have that money is coming or a job is coming, I don't see that. I just see a nice, quiet, contemplative period where you can relax and enjoy life a little bit.
Well, I felt that as a spirit reading, it was talking really about more contemplative, metaphysical aspects of your life and your journey and what you're thinking about.
Yep. Which, of course, being out in nature and the natural surroundings and
that was a really good point, yeah,
with the earth again is a great way to tap into that spirit, the spirit of the Pentacles. All right.
So Violet Ann is up next.
Yep. Hey, Violet Ann. Oh, hills. Oh, my gosh. Ugh. I just saw that in the race. Man, no. That's the one thing as I got older and out of shaper. When I went on my trip to San Francisco with the library, walking up some of those hilly roads in San Francisco was a challenge, especially for my asthma.
All right, what does Violet Ann need to know about their finances?
All right.
And that's my deck, right?
I thought you just used it. You used that one.
Oh, you're right. So it's your deck.
You're right.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll remind everybody that my Emotional Exchanges is on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
Divine.
You can get the scoop there, as well as a word of the week for each sign of the zodiac. Hi, Divine. What?
Nothing. Don't forget my Material Matters every Sunday.
Yes.
10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Don't leave home without it.
Don't leave home Monday morning without knowing what your financial career outlook for the week ahead is. All right. So the pieces are falling in place for my ritual. I know I said that already. But I thought I'd say it again.
It should be a good time.
It was a bit of work. I had to do, a good portion of it was easy to put back together, but I created some new things in there, some new words, some new chants, so it took a little time.
Well, it's been performed live twice, but this will be different. It's a challenge to adapt it to this new idea. So wish us luck, but we think we got it covered.
I think you guys will find it enjoyable. All right. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles. That's the Knight of Pentacles, and it is upright.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Violet Ann wanted to know about finances. So we started with the Pentacle, but we've got the Chariot reversed. That's okay. I have some thoughts on this. And we do have, let me make sure I got this right. Oh, yeah. It's the it's the Page of Cups reversed. Notice how it's got the shield? That's the page.
Ah, okay. And I was thinking that's a pentacle there.
Yeah.
But it's a cup.
It's a cup. I hate when they do these symbols, though, because if I don't remember what they are, then I'm like, what was that? What was that? But I can tell. I know they both have crowns, the king and queen, so we're good. All right. So, and she's not wearing a crown. So at any rate, it's the Knight of Pentacles was first, right? So the Knight of Pentacles was first, and I thought it was upright. What did you do here?
The Knight of Pentacles
okay,
is
I'm
upright.
looking. For some reason, I thought that was the Knight. There
but
we go.
It's interesting because there's sort of some synergy going on between them.
There definitely is, and that's what I was going to say. I think what it's saying here, Violet, is that, you got to move slowly, or things are just going to move slowly for you this month. I think take your time, assess your options and your outcomes, and just move slowly, because there are some delays, there are some full stops, as a matter of fact, along the way. And so I just think this is saying take your time.
Well, I also think that's sort of like a little bit of chaoticness maybe too.
Well, you can go ahead
delays.
with that.
Okay, well, I agree with you in a sense that there's a pull here. It's a push-pull thing here that maybe there are things that are trying to
welcome, Sherry.
Distract you, but at the same time, you sort of are moving towards these goals, but there's something maybe that either makes you want to second think them. It's kind of like what she said too. And then, what is that, a queen?
That is the Page of Cups reversed.
It looks to me like it's doubt and disillusionment too a little bit, and so you're going to have to cope with that in a way.
Well, here's what I'll say. Don't let your imagination run away with you, this month. Don't get upset with some of the delays and frustrations you may encounter, in the financial sector of your life. Things are moving slowly now, but progress, will be made. You just have to trust in the fact that it's going to take time, but progress will be made.
It's kind of like saying, just stick with it, that even if there's delays or, as I think, maybe little moments of chaos, your best bet is to just kind of find a plan that you can stick with. And I know we're not really saying anything directly about finances. It just seems like maybe there are opportunities that you're going to just have to sort out or go with the strongest ones.
Well, I am going to say something about finances too. It looks as though to me that, there may be a little bit of a cash flow problem. I will say that, which is adding to the frustrations here. But I feel too that, and the only reason I'm saying that, this is upright, but it's basically because of that page reverse too. Maybe something you were hoping to happen or develop has been kind of disappointing, and it's making you worry that there's that everything is at a standstill. But I really do feel slowly things are going to start to shift and improve.
Well, maybe you're worried because things are going slowly and you want them to go faster, but it may not be able to change much with that.
So I think it's going to be kind of a tight month financially, but it does show signs of easing up and progressing into something better. Let me see if the Lenormand backs that up or not. Let's see here. All right.
Yeah.
Well, this is pretty positive. So
the moon is a positive sign, and the tree.
No.
The bouquet. Whoops. Sorry.
That's all right. It looks like a tree in a way.
The bouquet.
So
Yeah.
I would say here that, that there is going to be some joy about some success that you have, some financial success. So I almost feel here, like I said, that maybe it's going to take all month or, close to the end, but I feel here that your finances will improve and there'll be something to be happy about.
Right. It may just be too that your intuition isn't just quite there yet with that. Like maybe somehow you're feeling like it's not working out, but then there's a surprise, and
yeah, because that can be a surprise, absolutely.
Yeah, and I just sort of feel like that intuition not quite aligned or depressed is that reverse page of cups. So maybe it's just saying, hold out, although you're looking at the real time, it's not the full story. Maybe some surprise is going to eke its way out. Sure hope so.
Well, it sure must be frustrating, Violet Ann, but I feel like something may shift. And because the night is about movement, but see,
True.
Of course, you got the slowest night in the tarot, the Knight of Pentacles.
It's just weird how it's combined with that Chariot reverse.
I know. And so, but he is upright, which to me is the saving grace here. It means that progress is possible. Don't give up. And I feel here the reward is going to be some success, some financial success.
Hold it out.
Maybe a better job, maybe more income coming in from what you do. Something like that. Fingers crossed for you.
All right,
Good luck, Violet Ann. All right. Hey, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
You are welcome.
You're welcome. And let's see, put that there.
What is coming to Buddy next?
Okay, I'm going to use my Karma Music Tarot.
Sunny is still laying in the tree. That's just a Sunny update.
Should we try to do a cam?
Not
Maybe
yet.
after this reading.
After this reading.
We will do a Sunny cam.
He just looks very chill there.
I don't know how that could have happened.
I know. Well, that's because he's been trying to get my attention all day about the food, or a lot of the day. towards the end of the day. No, don't risk waking him up. Yeah, you know why? Because he'll probably jump from the tree to the table again.
Remember that
Oh
time?
my
It was like a
gosh.
week or two ago he did
Yeah.
that? That was so startling.
Rather unexpected. He caught us off guard.
And also, happy hour is on schedule this week.
Oh, yay,
And
happy hour.
we can do a little bit of overtime because, of course, I
Mr.
don't
O's
have to
not
go to work.
working.
So another holiday thing we're doing is we're working on maybe a special reading similar to what we did
Last year.
last year with a Charles Dickens kind of play. He wrote the Christmas Carol. We're going to present the Christmas Tarot.
The Christmas Tarot.
So we're going to modify it a little bit. It won't be exactly like last year's, but and we haven't figured out when we're scheduling it.
We might do it. We may make that our show on Christmas Day if we do a show on Christmas Day. We're still working it out.
I don't know. I wonder if maybe this is the year we go back to our old celebration.
Not sure about that.
I know.
All right.
All right, buddy. Your first card is Strength. Look at that. Strength is coming to you.
Oh, that's nice.
And your next card is the Two of Cups. I like it. It sort of reminds me of a New Year's celebration because they're wearing masks and they look like they're at a party. Something like New Year's or Halloween party. And then finally, the Nine of Wands. So these are really nice cards for you, buddy, I think. What do you think?
Well, yeah, they are. You know, I like this. This is like your strength, vitality, returning. This could also be about just taking a softer approach to things in your life right now. You know, not pushing anything, not trying too hard, just letting things happen, you know, and going, it's not exactly like going with the flow, but just accepting and being kind and being more being more subtle about the way you approach situations like relationships. The Two of Cups is here. Hey, you know, this could indicate the start of a new relationship, the start of a new friendship. This looks very, very positive. A coming together with somebody, or maybe it's a group of people, a new circle of friends. Are you ready? Are you ready for all of this? Because the Nine of Wands is here and saying, you know, be prepared for all this activity and, you know, be open. You know, definitely be open. Stand ready, but also remember, Strength is a great card upright, but, you know, it's talking about taking a gentler approach to things. So be sure you don't let yourself being taken advantage of by other people would be my only caveat here. The Nine of Wands sometimes to me can be about setting some boundaries or making sure you're ready to take on something new. You know, I know you've had some emotional upsets with friends, you know, of late, or a particular friend. And so maybe this is saying, make sure you're ready for opening your heart again and accepting, you know, this new potential relationship.
So what is coming towards you? I'm going to work sort of in reverse, but it doesn't necessarily mean this is the first thing that happens. It's just sort of more tonal at this point. And the Nine of Wands maybe suggests to me, and to you it should, that you're ready to kind of take charge and lead the way, and that you feel that, you know, you are prepared, you have an understanding of where things could go, and you're still willing to do that, because maybe what you find is that you have partners, honest partners, maybe they're friends, maybe they're relationship situations that you feel trustworthy enough about, and you feel that maybe this is an atmosphere where you're going, or a situation where you're going, that engenders the more trusting side of yourself and the more able to resolve problems or conflicts or build things from a shared sense of responsibility and care.
Lenormand?
Yes.
I think it looks very positive. It
does.
definitely looks positive, like for establishing relationships, friendships, partnerships. It looks good. Looks like you could be more social, and everything seems like it will be agreeable. Oh, I did put the kitten back. Okay.
So the kitten is here. Here's your cat, buddy. This may be the only one you have, but it's all yours. And there's the mountain. But the kitten is like the dog, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think this is saying that there are still, obstacles or struggles. You're still going upward, though. You're going upward, even though there are some things that you have to work through. And maybe what this is saying is that you are loyal to that concept, or you're committed to that concept somehow of really trying to, work through these difficulties.
Well, the kitten is about friends and friendship. And I know, you've gone through some stuff lately. And so I'm wondering here if this isn't still a problem here, that, maybe some of the hurdles and obstacles that you face. Remember how I was saying here, buddy, that you should try to approach things with an open heart. And, the thing is, maybe it's a little bit of a challenge for you right now to trust again. Is there some challenges here with trust issues from being hurt maybe before, even if it's not related to, past situation. But, try to open your heart and be willing to try again. That's what we have for you.
All right, buddy Blue.
Good luck with that. Wow, there's a lot of good positive relationship vibes so far.
So
All
far.
right, Libra. Well, Libra sent a message, but Kara's next, right? Kara,
Yes.
what you got? Don't ask when Sunny will return.
Well, we made a promise, though, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
Probing.
Oh my gosh, there, perfect. Extreme Sunny close up.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, buddy. Too late, he was. Yep. That's Mr. O. It's okay. He seems non-committal, the cat. He's going to stay where he's at, I think. He's sleeping on the job today, Angel. He says I'm not paying him enough food to be on the show. He's on strike. All right, what does Kara have? Kara, where's your question? Oh, what does my ancestors want me to know about? Okay, got it.
All right. He's whacked out, I guess. I don't know. What do you do? Put him in a treadmill when I'm gone?
No, I don't know what happened, really. I have been busy doing my own stuff today. Our card of the day is already scheduled to go out. I do have to work on my charming cryptid oracle for tomorrow.
I love all this work you're doing, but don't forget to post it where you didn't today.
I know, I forgot to post the card on Facebook last night. I got to remember when the show's over to do that. I don't know how to schedule it on Facebook. Seem to have a problem with that.
I got you, though.
Yeah, he caught me this morning and said, "Did you forget?" I did.
Busted.
Well, he is awake now.
Anything can happen.
I know. No, I think he's just getting comfy. He decided to turn around and stare at us. All right. All right, we have the Three of Swords reversed. We have the Page of Wands upright. Holy moly, what's with all the romance today? And now we've got the Two of Cups upright. Hey, where's your ancestors' heads at? I mean, they're telling you to have a good time here, Kara. You know, Kara, they're saying the time for moping and sorrow or sadness is coming to an end. You know, it's time for you to get real about starting something new in your life. They certainly would love to see you, you know, perhaps either finding new friends, making new close friends, having a new relationship, because something new is definitely cooking here. Otherwise, what would the ancestors want her to know? Give me the spiritual skivvy.
Okay, well, I know you mentioned that it's been a long time
Skinny.
since you had, you know, a certain kind of relationship. So I'm wondering if it's saying, the ancestors are saying, do you need to do self-check to really see that you really have healed, or that there are any possible issues or baggage left behind there at all? And so with the Page of Wands, well, a lot of that talks about confidence. So maybe saying really that you still don't feel as totally confident about yourself or as poised in wanting to go forth in a relationship, because I think that's what the ancestors are talking about between those two outer cards. They are talking about the sense of relationships, one healing from one, perhaps, or from a sadness. The other one could be the new one that you could be facing. But I think the spirit or the ancestors want you to do a self-awareness and make sure you feel really confident about moving in that direction.
Yeah, and the ancestors may just not want to see you feeling bad. You know, they don't want you feeling bad. They want you to do something about it, you know, and get involved. Get involved, whether it's with people or even finding a passion, some type of passion, goal that you can really immerse yourself in. But it's like, this is definitely so romantic. It's hard to get around that. So I would say that, you know, it is possible that the ancestors want you to know that this is a possibility for you that's coming. Let's do the Lenormand on this and see what that adds.
Are you talking about a dream, Divine? It sort of sounds like it, maybe. All right. So, Kara, we have a key for you. And then we have the letter.
Well, I think that they're saying here the key is to communicate, you know, communicate with others more. And usually the letter is the written word, I will say that. So I'm wondering too if this isn't going to come about through some social channels of yours, you know, whether it's social media or something, where there's a lot of communication.
It still feels like it could be about the idea of trying to move into the relationship zone again. But I'm wondering if it's really saying you just really would do better if your approach is a little bit slower, like just not rushing out there. And maybe that's what you're about anyway. But I feel that from the letter, because the letter is sort of saying there's a layer of communication rather than being directly communicating with somebody. You're waiting for a response. So no matter whether it's U.S. mail or whether it's the internet or telephone or whatever, the key probably is really being more in control of that flow of communication.
Well, I kind of like that. The letter is usually about written things, written documents, etc. I don't know. Maybe it's just that you will strike up a chat with somebody interesting and it could lead to something more. I'm not going to rule that out. But whatever the case may be, I think that maybe too this is also saying that this is a key message from your ancestors right now. This is what they really want you to know. And they want you to focus maybe on this area of your life right now.
Well, they maybe want you to focus on you understanding your life in relationships with people. So it may not be about relationships you want to have. It may be about relationships you do have now. They may want you to really understand better what those things mean in your life.
Okay.
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 That's what we have for you, Kara. Good luck with that. And we are on, I believe it is Libra. What hidden message does Libra need to know? Do you like that deck?
I do.
Okay.
I like it. And I'm going to go back to my deck, though,
Right.
which is the Adrian Tarot. You're welcome. The hidden message that Libra needs to know.
Yeah, I kind of like it too. I just wondered what you thought.
Yeah, I do like it. I'm not going to buy my own. Is that the Hush one again? No.
Oh, that's the spiritual tarot. The Hush one's not like that.
One.
It's a kind of a hush all over the world.
Tonight.
I always liked that song.
They played it at my mom's funeral
Yeah, that's right.
because I asked them to. Because she liked it too. Okay, we have a reversed Seven of Pentacles.
Okay.
The reversed Five of Cups. And then Strength upright. I like that Strength. So I think what's being kept hidden from you could be that you really have the strength and fortitude to do what you want. It may be that you've been hiding behind not being ready, but you are ready. It's the Seven of Pentacles. You are ready. And the Five of Cups reversed, maybe that's just saying too that it's time for you to get back in the saddle again, that maybe you've been avoiding taking on a certain project, a certain challenge, or going a certain way. Maybe you felt you weren't ready, but I think you're going to realize you are ready. And this time you're just going to take a different approach. It's not going to be exactly the same one. Maybe you were too forceful last time. Maybe you have a different way of understanding what needs to happen.
Yeah, the hidden message you need to know. I look at this card here, the Seven of Pentacles, and I'm thinking to myself, something really, you put maybe a lot of effort or hope or, banked on something to happen or develop for you, and it just hasn't been working. So I guess the question would be, and maybe what's hidden from you is, are you strong enough now? Do you feel like you understand and you're strong enough now to seek out something new and something better, to let this go if it's no longer working for you and move on to new opportunities that may be presenting themselves or wanting to come into your life, but you're kind of closed off because you keep hoping that you can make this happen, but through your best efforts it still really hasn't happened, or maybe you're just losing interest. It's possible too here that you're no longer interested and you're thinking about moving on. So it's saying do it. You be strong. Don't just hang on because you're worried you won't be able to have what it takes to manifest something new or to bring something new into your life. I think a door wants to open for you, but until you decide to let something go, that may not happen.
So the first one is the clouds, and the second one is the stork.
Oh, see?
So,
see what I'm saying?
Like new opportunities are sort of being occluded.
You're either disenchanted, you're uncertain, you have a fear of an uncertain future, and so
No.
You caught him. Sonny, come here. Come on.
He almost dive bombed. A sense told me.
You can't do that. You know. I wish I could kick this chair out. I don't think I can.
I know, you and me both, Violet.
He caught him, but now I can't get him up here.
Kara, when he destroys
Go on,
the set
Sonny.
and I need to buy new cameras,
Up here.
can I send you the bill?
Come on. Come on. We're taking a pause for Sonny.
I think we're going to add this to your list of
Sonny.
duties, Violet. You have to monitor him.
All right.
I'll have to turn the camera that way, and you can say,
There he comes.
Sonny at 3 o'clock.
Things we
Hi,
gotta do.
Sonny. Come here.
Hey,
Come here.
you made Kara so happy. All right.
Well, at least there's one of you.
All right, Libra. Sorry, back to your reading here. But clearly, like we said, 5 of Cups, new opportunities. Stork, new opportunities. Clouds, uncertainty, maybe depression or gloom about
It's almost
maybe
a mirror.
What?
A mirror between the two.
Maybe having to move on, and so until you can clear that up, clear the air so you can open that door. I really do feel something new in some area of your life wants to break through, and maybe that's what's hidden from you because you are still hanging on to something you need to finally call it quits on.
Right. The overall picture is that the new thing won't happen until you really, decide to move away from the other thing.
And Buddy's happy too. Everybody's happy to see our unofficial therapy cat.
All right.
All right, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Libra. All right. And so we are on Angel Rivera. All right. Hey, Angel. He's not even looking at the camera. He says to turn that thing away. He'll turn around as soon as you do, I bet you. Yep, see? That's funny.
Everybody's happy.
All right. Single card, see what Spirit may have at the moment. Okay, your deck?
It
Or
was
is it
mine
mine?
last time.
Oh.
But I can always draw another
Oh,
one.
no. No. Let's go back to the hush. No, I haven't used the nightmare yet.
Uh-oh.
The nightmare.
Angel, do you have Tarot V? I think you came in after I was talking about it, or I don't remember. It's like a vampire tarot, of course. It's a low Scarabeo. I'll show the box again. It's got those kind of boxes. I'm just briefly showing it. I'm not really reading with it tonight.
I do, but I have not worked with it yet. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't worked with it really. I just did one reading for myself.
Do I have to spill the beans on why you really wanted the deck?
Sure.
It's because one of the cards looks like Christopher Lee.
It's an amazing likeness of Christopher Lee as Dracula. It's the King of Wands, I think.
And when he saw that, he suddenly liked the deck. I told him about it like a year or two back, and
It was
he
only a
didn't
year
care.
ago.
Huh?
It came out last year.
Well, okay, whatever. When it came out, I asked you about it. And you were like, eh.
Well, you know, that's like news stories. I'm trying to tell you a news story. You don't care about it until you read it for yourself.
Okay. The Tarot de la Santa Muerte. Yeah, well, that's a good choice too.
I'm just going to have a macabre session and have all my macabre decks.
And I have a few now.
I don't
I
care
have the
about
Macabre
yours.
Tarot.
Well, you do have that. I'll borrow it.
Well, I have my version of the Horror Tarot too. I did get that.
Mm-hmm.
So there. Okay, why'd I do that?
I don't know.
It's interesting. I may just keep that. But we have the Two of Needles reversed.
Ooh.
And for some reason, I had turned over the Nine of Needles upright, but I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
So I always go at the bottom. But guess what? It's another needle. But it's the Ace of Needles, and it is upright.
So 1, 2.
1 and 2. Buckle my shoe. Well, the Two of... Well, you know what? It seems like something... this is saying to make a move. If you have been thinking about something, for a while now that you've been wanting to do, try, whatever, it seems like there's a decision or a move you've been thinking about making. Now is the time, because the Ace is here. The Ace is time of new beginnings, but also with the Ace of Swords, it's a possible victory. In other words, you could achieve some success, if you put things in motion now.
They actually probably follow from each other.
Yeah.
This may be that sort of the seeds of this was already sown and you were just waiting for a certain amount of air to clear and for the direction to just totally beckon to you. But it's definitely something new undertaking that probably would be successful.
And even if this is like an intellectual pursuit of some sort, taking some classes, whether it's spiritual, whether it's educational, this is a time to pursue something because it could have a success. It could lead to success. I like it. I think that's really great. Let's see if we can throw the Lenormand on that and see what it adds. And we were just talking about Tarot V, and I know when Swords cross it's an X, but it also can look like a V shape, so it's funny we were...
It looks like two V's facing each other.
Two V's. All right. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
There it is again.
The
Ooh.
key and the ring. The key. The ring.
You know what? So this is saying the key is making a commitment. Making a commitment to whatever this is, and following through.
It could also be said the other way, too, that you should commit yourself to finding out what is the most important thing or to doing the most important thing.
Okay. I could
Well,
see
I thought
that
the second card influences the first
Yeah,
one.
but the key is kind
Oh,
of...
except when you say so.
The key is kind of a funny card because the key always means whatever card is with it really is the key. So that's why...
Pictures or I don't believe. Thanks, Angel Rivera. Yes, it's true. It's true. Doesn't it seem that way?
Yeah, it's movement of some sort. Definitely. Absolutely. So I don't know what you got on your plate or what might just pop up that suddenly you'll say, I want to do that, and it could lead to some success. I wish you luck with that. Where is my... Oh, there it is. Okay. So we are on
Divine, and I'm looking at Divine's dream thoughts there.
Okay, I gotta look at that again.
And I guess you're not really sure if it is your father either, maybe? But you're wondering if he's trying to contact you or who might be? That's what I sort of feel like your question is saying about that dream.
But who is trying to communicate with me? My dad, who is in heaven, was slipped on his head. Dies again right in front of my eyes. Shook you.
You're welcome, Angel.
Well, it could be some kind of surprise. Let's see if we can just see what we can pick up about this dream. We can see if it says a who.
I'm going to use the Ghost Tarot because we are dealing with a dream about your father who has passed. And I like my Ghost Tarot.
He does.
I
like
feel
mine
it does.
too.
I feel it does give me some messages from Spirit.
I don't have his. I have the Ghost and Spirits Tarot, and he has the Ghost Tarot.
And Divine, personally, a lot of times I do feel that dream communication between spirits that have passed and our own does seem to facilitate that way through dreams, messages in dreams, or that at least somehow it strikes our subconscious of what a person might be trying to say to us, what we feel they would be saying. So, we have the Chariot upright. We have the Two of Swords reversed. Getting that a lot, yeah. And didn't that happen before? No, that was something different. Or it was another movement thing.
Yes.
And then we have Strength. Again, upright.
Boy, that's
I know, we're getting a lot of strength.
A lot today.
Must be in the stars for a lot of people here, eh?
What does this mean?
So you are sure?
There is definitely some movement here of some sort. So what is the message?
Or who is trying to get in touch?
Or who is trying to get in touch? I don't know if your dad dying in front of you again could be a message. Just looking at these cards and the fact that there is movement here, that he's moving on, that maybe he is moving on to, a different level, a new life. If you believe in reincarnation,
spirits go through different stages of their incorporating their lives, memories, and preparing for the possible future life. So this could be about that kind of movement. Normally the Chariot talks about direction, drive. The Two of Swords may be talking about something new and movement in a new area. And then Strength sort of speaks to the idea of using a different approach in trying to move towards a situation.
You are going to move to India, right? So I wonder here if maybe your father is speaking about this, just saying, be strong and make your move, make this move because it's important to you. Maybe this is confirmation. Divine, I do have to say, and this varies, I really hesitate to interpret dreams for people because different families have different symbology and associations with the symbology of dreams. But I will tell you that in my family, when somebody dies, it often means a rebirth, which is why in the first place I thought, oh, he's moving on. But in the second place, what this is possibly saying is that you should be strong and make your move because this will signal a new beginning for you.
Didn't you used to tell me about how sometimes children showed up in your dream? And look at the Strength character is with a little child who's holding a small animal. I do wonder if maybe it is about the move towards India and all the newness it implies, the idea that maybe you have to apply a sense of compassion towards this question rather than just trying to make it all happen more from your own act of will or force of will, because there are situations there with other people perhaps that you want to, kind of ease in with.
Well, whether this is permanent or not, this could still indicate a new beginning for you. For as long as you're there, maybe there will be some new beginning. That doesn't mean that you won't move on to something else eventually, but it's positive. I think for the most part, this is very positive. So to me, whatever happened in this dream, it's oftentimes the opposite of what you expect. Just happens that way a lot of times in dreams.
So I have pulled the Lenormand, and my first one is the acorns, which is the clover, a big symbol of luck. And then I pulled the North Pole, and the North Pole is the crossroads when we are at a point of direction changes in our lives or movement changes in just practical terms.
This all seems to fit.
It really is, I think, talking about your move.
It could be. And again, I will just say if this is speaking about your father, I think that this is his time to make a decision to move on. And he might have been telling you that. But besides that, I truly think it fits in with these other cards as far as your move, making this decision to move, even if it's temporarily, to India will prove lucky for you in some way.
Well, maybe the two moves mirror each other. I take it you were probably close to your father, of course, and so maybe the idea of your father moving beyond finally this realm to, further integrate, their karma, etc. Mm-hmm. You yourself are making this move too. It's not a permanent move, as you said, but it is challenging and it is new direction for you.
That's what we have for you. He likes my shiny hat, Sonny. So good luck with that, Divine. It's real interesting, these cards, but you had nothing but positive energy, and there seems to be movement involved with this. I feel good about it.
Good luck.
Hey, Sherry, you are up. That was funny.
What was?
My Siri or whoever was initiated, when I said Sherry, it just popped up, and I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't call for you. All right, well, hold on. Wait for Sherry. Give a few minutes here.
So I can go over some things.
We just got so much going on. We don't even know how to keep track anymore. There will be some sales on some readings soon. I fixed my webpage problem, so I'm ready to start getting that together. And, in my spare time, I'm reviewing a book for someone right now. I have to get that done.
In addition to our Journey of the Fool, there will be a modality change to monthly modality message because, of course, the sun moves into Capricorn.
You're welcome, Divine. Welcome. I love all the hearts and the roses.
So, is Sherry out there?
Well, let's do a last call for Sherry. And I guess you can start the countdown, Violet. We still have time. Should Sherry come back, we'll try to fit her in. All right. That means you, Violet Lotus. Your ancestors want you to know. Is it my deck this time? It is.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to go back to the spiritual tarot. Let's use that again. Shuffle.
Sure.
Oh, you got to pull your cards down.
Whoops.
Whoopsie. Hey, we may actually get done early tonight. Oh, I said it. I shouldn't have said it. Mr. O had work today. He's tired. I'm tired, actually. I didn't sleep well last night. I have my reasons, though. Hopefully tonight will be better.
Yeah, she probably did. I don't know.
Uh-oh. I can tell they're all going to be reversed. We got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Well, this isn't terrible. We got the Moon reversed. Then we got the Lovers reversed.
Ouch.
Ouch. These ancestors. Why are they doing the tough love today?
That's the Knight of Pentacles?
Yeah. Well, I think you have to be careful of the choices you make right now in regards to business and financial matters. The ancestors just don't want you to maybe like count your chickens before they're hatched, you know? Everything in their good time. The moon is is interesting here too. It's almost as if something is going to be revealed to you, maybe that is concerning your finances or financial matters. And you got to make sure that the choices you make, the decisions you make at this time, are in yours and your family's best interests.
I'm wondering, I'm looking at it a little differently because I'm thinking that maybe this is saying there's a slower regard towards figuring this out, that the ancestors don't think you should try to quickly get to this solution here. They may want you to understand what all of these perspectives are about. What?
I did jinx it. Hi, Serenity. Hey.
Oh, hi, Serenity.
Hey, we will certainly read for you after we're done with Violet Lotus. We had a shorter show tonight and not as many people showed, so we can fit you in. Just, you'll be next after this reading.
So I think the ancestors want you to slow down a little bit, Violet, in terms of looking for certain answers. It could be about success things too, but I actually think that maybe it's more about finding out certain answers. It may be that they want you to relish the time and experience something that's going on there rather than just know the answer. What are you guys laughing
at? The list is not closed, Serenity. We're just teasing.
No, it's not closed.
All right. So, I'm sorry. Did I disrupt?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I really think almost Mr. O is onto something here, though, about this slowdown. Maybe I was a little hasty with that Knight of Pentacles. He is the slow guy, and when he's reversed, well, my gosh, he's even slower. But also not to be reckless might be the thing here is, maybe the ancestors are telling you, to really slow things down a bit and pace yourself and, because otherwise you're in danger of making the wrong choice about something, or maybe you might, like, for example, get the wrong idea about something or the wrong interpretation. Let's say, you take something the wrong way. Maybe like that.
Well, a lot of this is about choices too. And maybe the ancestors want you to slow down and not make certain choices too quickly without a certain level of consideration.
I think that's what I was trying to get at. So be careful about the choices you make. Take your time with them, because there's a danger here that recklessness or, a lackadaisical attitude even, not giving it the proper diligence, and using your intuition, open your mind to really think about the choices you are making right now. I like that better. Somehow that resonates with me more.
All right, Serenity, thank you for that question. We'll be getting to that in just a moment.
Let's do the Lenormand for Violet. This came up again, Violet. You're going to freak out.
Our house.
We've been talking about this.
On the road again. The crossroads.
The crossroads. So, maybe, I don't know, does this relate to the previous reading we did when we were talking about this potential move, that's on the back burner because you're really not ready to do it yet. And I think the ancestors realize that. Right now, you are at a crossroads, though, just mulling over this. And so maybe the time is now to really kind of plot it out more. It does not hurt even to make a long-term plan for this. And maybe that's what the ancestors want you to do. They don't want you to do any reckless moves or choices right now. They want you to think more long-term and, and really start giving this some thought now. Interesting.
Yeah, I think
I'm surprised that came up again.
I couldn't really add much more to that. I think it does say that maybe it is really true that there's some sort of sense of you needing to pause before moving ahead with a certain decision.
Yeah. So that's what we have for you. Whew, good luck with that.
Had a little tickle in my throat there. All right. So then that means we're on Serenity. And
well,
Serenity,
I guess they want you to really consider your options at this time or something, because that crossroads is there. That's about choices. And the Lovers, too, is about choices. Consider what is doable and what is not. And if something is not doable and you want to make it happen, how do you get there? It's time to do some long-range planning and then start, putting the pieces together that could really make it happen someday. All right, Serenity, let's see what we've got for you. And it's your deck, Mr. Oh.
Right, and there's a previous part to the question above that that's probably more relevant.
All right. What's going on? Okay, Bridges of Maine. Well, let's take a look. Let's see what we get here. Well, that's a shame, really. I had a question about it. Just a minute. I want to look back at your Bridges of Maine. Bridges of Maine, what is that exactly? Is that a social service agency?
Or are you talking about the regulation of bridges that maybe need to have infrastructure addressed?
Right, or does it have to do with unemployment? Because, or, something like it bridges the gap for people. I've heard of agencies like that. So I'm just wondering where this is.
Oh, it's really probably about
Services
your...
to clients, okay. I don't know. Ethics seems to be a lost art these days, ethical stuff. All right.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Ace of Coins.
That's upright.
Yes.
Okay, it's interesting.
But Ten of Coins is reversed.
My gosh.
And then Judgment.
Wow.
Is upright.
Well, this is interesting. I'm not sure it's
interesting.
going to totally answer your questions here, but something is not right. The Ten of Coins, it's interesting that you say here that they help people with disabilities. There is a sense here that something is not right with the money in particular. I don't know if they're trying to scam people, but I feel here too that, when I saw this Ace of Coins at first, in relation to your question, Ace of Coins is usually a positive card. But I think in this case, combined with the Ten of Coins, it's saying to me that it's all about money to them, or it's all about, profit maybe over people.
Well, the Ten of Coins reversed itself looks like there is some infrastructure problems here, like maybe they're mismanaged, obviously.
Well, obviously that's what she said, and yes, yeah.
So it almost seems like really there's nothing there that's going to keep them afloat for very long. But maybe that Ace of Coins shows that somehow something is giving them a new life.
You know?
And I'm wondering if there was a legal determination that they have ended up or will end up winning.
Or if they're getting
Judgment.
grants and stuff like that that keep them going while they really don't help people. I feel like Judgment Day may be coming. You know, on the plus side here, Judgment often talks about what people sow, they will reap. And so if you think about it that way, if they've been trafficking in unethical behavior, if they have not been the support that people expect or need, this will come back to haunt them. It could be legal matters. It could be that they might be forced to dissolve or face some fines or legal consequences for their actions.
Judgment really does sort of speak to the idea that something happens that provides a sense of a comeuppance or of a lesson needing to be learned, or something being really shaken up and forced or otherwise realize it has to change.
Let's do the Lenormand on this. I'm going to see what we get.
So there's no sense of timing here necessarily, but it does seem like it's in the wind for this.
Well, you know, sometimes these things take a lot of time. You know, I keep thinking of, there was a scandal down south with that football player and how much he was bilking, you know, different agencies for money for different projects and stuff, and how all that came to light. But I mean, sometimes these things take years, you know, to unfold.
The Ace of Coins, though, as a beginning of something, a beginning of this change maybe, does sort of add a little bit of idea that it would move quicker, perhaps. Now, in our Lenormand department, we got the clouds, and we got the poinsettia.
The lilies.
And the poinsettia is the lilies, and lilies is about things evolving, things improving or changing. The clouds, though, has a dark side towards the lilies.
So it really is kind of up in the air right now, Serenity, because the dark clouds are facing the lilies. But I will say this, a lot of things are up in the air. So what I would say is their evolution as a company is uncertain. Where they're going in the future is there's a lot of uncertainty and there's a lot of negative energy here. So I kind of feel like maybe in the future this will catch up with them. But it may take some time.
It's going to take time because the lilies really does talk about an evolving thing. So it's sort of seen like maybe over the development of the dark side facing the clouds, this could come to light, but it still doesn't give us a clear idea of how long. It just says it's probably going to happen, though.
You know what? I don't know if they'll close, but I'll tell you what. Let's do a quick yes-no reading for you and see what we get.
Okay, same deck.
We're going to ask the question, will the state find out and close them?
I'm going to use
see
a
what
different
we
deck.
get.
I'm going to
Different
use
deck?
the
Okay.
Adrian Tarot for
All
that.
right.
So we can leave those there. Will the state find out and close them? That's a good way to ask that.
And we're doing this just because we have a little extra time here, but, oh, hi, Mr. Maurice. Hey, you just made it. After we're done with Serenity
Maurice.
here, we can fit you in if you want a reading.
Your
Oh, you
timing
worked
is
late.
impeccable.
You worked late. I'm sorry about that.
Hi, Austin.
Austin! Oh, my gosh.
Austin ADM.
Sorry, Violet. We are, you know, we can definitely fit the two of you in. We already did Violet's
There you go.
reading, and then a couple people showed up, so we're good.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas to you, Austin. I'm wearing my hat.
Are you in the UK? Don't they usually say Happy Christmas there?
I did, Angel. I did. But you know, we like to fill out the show. We definitely want to read for as many people as we can. And we did lose one along the way. Somebody bailed on us. All All right, let's get this counted,
All right,
Mr.
I'm going to let you count them.
Oh, okay. All right. The aces are pretty clear, right? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right.
No, it's a person.
Uh-huh.
Happy holidays. Thank you, Serenity.
Huh?
That's one.
I can see the oh. There, okay. Sometimes we get a definite yes, sometimes we get a definite no, and sometimes we get that it's leaning towards yes or no. Yours is leaning towards yes, that there will be repercussions, they may get closed down.
6.
And we
7.
have the Six of Swords reversed. Well, okay.
6 of Swords reversed.
So, and 2 aces, which means it's leaning towards yes, but I can look at this one of 2 ways here. That it's still going to take some time, and people, I think that the state is really going to have to investigate the history well of this, like where they've been, how long this has been going on, and really do a thorough investigation. But also, seeing the Six of Swords, oftentimes the Six of Swords talks about things moving to a better place. Now, since we asked if they were going to close down, this acts like it's moving nowhere. So in other words, I'd say, to answer the question, yeah, probably yes, and they may get shut down.
I like it.
They may get shut down.
It does seem like maybe what I was going to say was like it's a backwards movement that says it gets worse enough to where it finally draws that attention. Something really finally creates the flow needed. So that's what we had, Serenity.
Well, Serenity, thanks. That was interesting questions. And good luck with that.
Good luck indeed.
It's really not, that's awesome of you to take it on, and put yourself out there and go after corruption. I mean, it takes brave people to do that. All right, Mr. M.
Mr. Maurice.
Financial reading for the next 3 weeks.
Okay, that'll be you then.
It is me. And I'll go to, I guess, the hush.
And Violet, let's close the list with Austin, ADM. Unless, of course, it's the Pope. I just need a little reading, he says.
You're so silly. Unless it's somebody we really appreciate. All right, so after Austin, the list will
No,
be
the
closed.
card doesn't really say when.
Unfortunately not. I didn't bring my time frame cards out. I have a deck of time frame cards. Maybe I could pull one next time. But
I think there's an inference that it's not very long, like it's not years, but it's not...
But it's not really soon enough. I really feel a lot depends on how much the state has to investigate.
You're welcome.
The King of Pentacles is reversed.
All right, this is Mr. Maurice.
The Knight of Swords is reversed. But the Six of Pentacles is upright. Well, I think Mr. M, you the King of Pentacles is reversed here, which to me could indicate a little bit of stagnation in the career department. You may feel a bit unmotivated yourself right now, as far as career matters go. Or even financial matters for that matter. So things might be a little bit stagnant, but what is that again?
Knight of Swords.
The Knight of Swords is reversed, which indicates to me that, this is
Or is that Wands?
Oh, let me take a look. It is Knight of Wands.
Okay.
It's Knight of Wands. So, okay. So nothing also may be happening career-wise. I think that's part of the problem is that, if you're looking for a new opportunity right now to happen, that may not be manifesting for the next 3 weeks. I feel like this is a time to try to just keep your financial house in order and try to keep motivated anyway, despite the slowdown.
Well,
I want to add something to that, but go ahead. No.
The question was more about finances than career.
So tied together.
Okay, so I sort of feel that reverse king there could just be saying too that, of course, in the next 3 weeks, many of us maybe will be finding out that we're spending more money for the holidays than we want. So maybe this is talking about, you'll want to start managing things better if maybe you realize you've been getting a little bit carried away there. With the Knight of Wands, in terms of finances, this may maybe suggest to me that you're still taking in ideas you hear from people about either career changes or money-making opportunities, but you don't really find anything as inspiring there. People are telling you about this opportunity or that opportunity, but it doesn't seem any better to you than what you have now, perhaps. And then finally, with that Six of Pentacles there, to me, the Six of Pentacles just says that maybe this is the sense of either holiday bonus or holiday money coming through in some form. Maybe there's a round of gift giving or money giving. Something seems to happen, and maybe you're involved in that too. Maybe by you, in fact, being generous with others, maybe you're feeling that back. So I think that's more coming from just the holiday, but I think that is too, and that's really how you're managing things.
So as I was saying, the King of Pentacles here and the Knight of Wands, to me, kind of tell a story that these next 3 weeks, if you are looking for more financial opportunities or possible career options, there just seems to be a slowdown here and a drag. And a caution here for me to tell you to not lose the motivation to try to keep moving forward with this. And also to be wary of how you are managing your resources at this time. Because the Six of Pentacles here to me is saying that I feel like things are going to be okay. There's going to be a nice balance here for you during this holiday season where, you'll be able to balance things out all right. Just make sure that you keep an eye on things. But this is a positive sign that cash flow is not affected by this kind of inability to find a new opportunity for financial or career success.
All right.
So it almost seems like a little bit of status quo right now. And, at this time of year, there's either a lot of opportunity or there's, a slowdown.
I wonder if Kara left because he's so quiet now and he's just sitting there almost asleep. Like there's nothing agitating
Don't jinx
him.
it, Mr. O. Yeah. Here.
Anchor's away.
It's the anchor. Where's Anthony when we need him?
And the fox.
And the fox. Again, to me, this looks like things are safe and secure at this time at your present workplace. To me, again, it's almost saying too, you are anchored there right now with what you're doing now. And there's no movement.
So in other words, there's probably not really more than just maybe your own concerns about whether you're going over budget in the holiday season, or whether or not, somebody is going to give you the gift that you thought they might be, that kind of thing. It's probably going to be mostly a status quo with your finances. It may be possible that, like I said, maybe there is a possible bonus coming, but you may not find out about this until more towards the end of that time period, is my feeling.
That's what we have for you, Mr. Thanks for stopping in.
All right. Happy holidays.
Glad we got you in. And Austin, good to see you. You are up. That was great with Sunny. She saw it in her reading.
You're welcome. Happy holidays to you.
Is that when we did the close-up of Sunny? I think that was.
Maybe.
Happy holidays to you. Thank you, Mr. M. All right. Hey, Austin. We await your question. Spirit reading. Sure deck, Mr. O.
All right. Well, then, I guess I'll just take this opportunity to use my Ghost Tarot one last time tonight. And I use the Ghost Tarot for readings that either are about messages we want to receive from Spirit, or about actual questions about those who may have passed or not. So maybe either of those could show up. But thank you again for joining us, Austin. I don't think we've seen you here for a few weeks at least. So hope everything is okay.
This was a slow day, but we kind of dragged the readings out. And chatted a bit.
All right. Thank you, Austin. That's very nice. Thank you, Libra. Sometimes we get a little cranky, but we do like to have fun with everybody, so thank you.
Not us. Cranky?
No, not us.
Bickering, maybe. All right.
All right, so it is the Knight of Wands.
Upright?
Yes, upright.
We just had the Knight of Wands, didn't we?
I know.
Yeah.
And then it's another knight. It's the reverse Knight of Cups. That's interesting. Because, of course, knights are about movements, perhaps. And then there's the Five of Wands, which is upright. So I almost wonder if this represents, maybe from a spirit point of view, some sort of spirited pull in two different directions. The idea of maybe equal or maybe not so equal forces that are competing with each other. Maybe one is about the notion of trying to, move towards a point of maybe adventure in a way, sort of seeking good companions and good adventures. But then the other side is that maybe the feeling that sometimes you are pulled towards things that are too emotional for you or too unpleasant in some respect. And so maybe this is about figuring out if there is a balance between these pulls in you, that maybe sometimes you feel unpositive about good things that you think should bring you pleasure. They don't. But on the other hand, you are magnetized towards seeking good experiences with people. You sort of are drawn to people, but not as drawn to some of the deeper emotional things there. She's bored of me.
No, I'm really trying to think about this one because the wand energy is interesting to me. This night moves very, very quickly, of course. This is the Knight of Wands. And I feel as though maybe what Spirit is trying to tell you is that too aggressive of an action or move on your part could result in unhappiness. I'm just getting that. Like maybe deciding on a certain course of action, maybe you feel like somebody pushed you to make a decision before you were ready, for example. This would be an example. Maybe you felt pushed to make a move because of some conflicts or disagreements with others. And Spirit is saying that, if you allow yourself to be pushed and if you move too aggressively, it could result in unhappiness. So take your time. Don't let others back you into a corner or make you accept something that you'd be better off not doing. And so you can avoid unhappiness.
Well, I wonder too if it could be saying too that some of the people or situations you're drawn to, maybe they do kind of always, they don't always work out the way you intend. And so some of that is just the way personalities conflict with each other too. And so maybe you're disappointed when something you thought really would work out didn't work out.
So I guess I was getting a more generic kind of Spirit message for you there. And you can see what part of your life that may apply to. You got the Anchor too.
And the Sith, right?
Yeah. So again,
the Anchor and Father Time, which is like the Sith. Maybe Spirit is saying that you need to shake out the doldrums. Maybe these, to me, in my characterization, they were sort of almost equal forces that are holding you in a sense. That's an anchor. So maybe this is saying really Spirit wants you to kind of cut the anchor, and release yourself to make movement and to maybe address, where these situations can possibly be worked out or moved on from.
So, I had a thought. So, as far as what I was saying goes about feeling like, I wonder too if sometimes to avoid conflict, that sometimes you take a safe approach, and you just go along. So you make a decision to go along, even though it might make you unhappy. And what I think these two cards are saying is, you need to maybe cut out taking the safe approach. In other words, do what's right for you. You don't have to act aggressively, but what you need to do is to make sure that you aren't just responding to keep the peace. You have other options than keeping the peace. You can move on. You can cut that anchor and move on.
Okay.
I hope some of this made sense for you.
There was a bit of abstractness here.
It was definitely abstract for me. But that's sort of what I see here. I feel like either there's an avoidance of conflict, or, maybe something that you do or say could shatter your sense of security and cause you unhappiness because it has caused, more conflict than you had planned on. Be very wary, I think, in your communications with others right now, and make sure that what you're doing is really the right decision, not the decision people are trying to get you to do. Because sometimes the Five of Wands, being that it's a card of, what I want to say, a card of people working together and trying to hash out differences or trying to find the right way to do something, oftentimes people cave in and don't stand up for themselves. And I feel here, this might be one of those cases where you do have to stand up for yourself. Otherwise, you may face some unhappiness.
Well, you're welcome. I hope that did make some sense to you.
All right.
But thanks for coming,
Thanks
and
for
we
coming.
appreciate the holiday greetings from
We
you.
are done.
And from everyone. And yes, everyone, we are done for the evening.
So thank you so much. We're only, 6 minutes into overtime. I'm impressed.
We will be back on Sunday for this show, the live stream. But in between, of course, is my emotional exchanges tomorrow morning, the happy hour.
Happy hour.
On Saturday. Those are both at 10 o'clock, Saturday and Sunday. And, wait, I'm sorry. Mine's 7 tomorrow. Happy hour is 10
a.m.
a.m. And the Material Matters is 10 Saturday.
10 a.m. Sunday, where you
Sunday.
can watch my video and talk to me in the chat. I'll be live in the chat, sipping my coffee and commiserating with whoever's watching. So, Sunny says goodbye. Thanks for coming, everybody, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.